if you really understand the way in which business and management systems in general function, things are always hierarchical, always. There is no democracy. The illusion of such is simply an intermediary, which usually belies the controlling shareholders or owners. In the same way the countries and businesses have presidents, there is, in fact, a single unnamed and ancient organization, which for centuries has controlled world politics and economics, and which hides behind the illusion of democracy and open competition. I say controlled, but I should tender this with not fully. Monopoly laws, nevertheless, were devised precisely because the natural trajectory of power is always self-consolidating. Organizations, in their nature, get bigger and bigger unless otherwise thwarted. Monopoly laws serve moreover to protect those who already hold the monopoly. At the top of this pyramid is one organization, and at the top of this organization is one leader, the god of this world, the devil. Knowledge is structural. One cannot have a conversation about advanced mathematics, for example, or computer science, with someone who is not in that way trained. Complex ideas are built upon intermediary ideas, and these ideas are built upon basic ideas. You cannot teach someone about historical reality without teaching them all of history, or a good part of it at least. And moreover, even if someone was willing to learn, they may not indeed have the aptitude for it. All this is going on while at the same time the already present control system is day by day reinforcing, through mechanisms of social psychology and indoctrination, a fake system and a fake view of history and reality. The only reliable pedagogy is to appeal to the lost sheep of Israel then, those with enough personal experience and subjective wisdom to be able to naturally intuit the spirit of your argument against the inconsistency of the establishment and its brainwashed robots. Obviously, they will accuse us of being the ones who are brainwashed. You can be the judge. Romans chapter 1 verse 18. The wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godlessness and wickedness of people, who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. If you believe this, then this passage is, in fact, very strongly implying that knowledge about God is, and has been for a long time, suppressed at the political elite level. They know about God, but they've deliberately suppressed the truth of it, because of the man of this world who is in charge, the devil. Even if we don't go to the very elite layer, if we go simply to the intermediate layers of government, the so-called presidents who people think are in charge, you can go online yourself and you can check a variety of credible resources which attest to the magic and witchcraft that are being used at top levels of government. Only recently we had the scandal in South Korea of the Korean president who was under the total psychological control of a convent of witches behind the scenes, who were orchestrating her political maneuvers and who were channeling funds received from government into anti-Christian and satanic cultural enterprises in Korea. As crazy as that sounds, this is not even alternative media. This is mainstream media reported. Check it yourself. Hillary Clinton, another good example of this. Even though the Dark Ages, so-called, were over 1,000 years ago, the true Dark Ages are now. In fact, if there was ever a time of light and peace in the world, it was in the so-called Dark Ages, which have been hidden from us. which the truth about, and the truth of those peaceful times, and the changes and rebellions and revolts and uprisings which overthrew those stable governments. That truth has been now hidden from us, and we are now in the Dark Ages. Woe to those who call good evil and evil good. The Enlightenment is truly a time of darkness, and the Dark Ages were truly a time of light, I believe. The truth about history and reality is being hidden from us now, as we speak. There are indeed many top mathematicians, scientists, who today profess strong belief in God, who are practicing Christians, and other faiths also. But this, of course, is not well publicized, because you need to ask yourself, who owns the media? As C.S. Lewis notes, the devil succeeds because he makes us think that he doesn't exist.